Hello everybody, Fearmy Games here at the next part of the Guild Wars Prophecies playthrough. Apologize for my schedule this last 2 weeks. It's probably gonna get worse rather than better. So my new goal is going to be 3 videos a week, and my priority is going to be 1 Guild Wars mission, 1 BattleTech mission play video, and at least one of my ongoing Total War videos. If I can get more than 3, great. But in all likelihood, where I can only get, like, my camera's a bit off. There we go. But in all likelihood, where I can only get 3 videos out due to my schedule. Like, this one's actually been the hardest. Head south to the old monastery. You'll find Vizier Kilbron there. Our objectives are: deliver the Scepter of Ore to Vizier Kilbron and rendezvous with Evenia on the other side of the island. Locate the Vizier, deliver the Scepter, make your way to the docks off the side mission. Okay. But, is that Thursday nights are always Guild Wars. Guild Wars has been set reliably Guild Wars one night with my guildies, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. I really wish I'm being more effective at interrupting these guys' spells, but they're doing a lot more damage than I gave credit for. Yeah, it hurts. I need to be more on top of things. But where was I? But yeah, that main difficulty. It's not the end of the world. But basically, right now, at least my recording schedule has been try recording 1 video a night when I have the chance. But right now, I don't always have a chance to do it. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes I'm super tired and at the end of the day I'm like, I don't want to record a video. Part of that, like, the reason I didn't record a video for Wednesday, my usual Wednesday video with Rome 2 Total War Divided Impera, is that I was just so tired yesterday and it was so late by the time I had time to record a video that I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep, make my day tomorrow easier, keep up good spirits. Yeah, that kind of thing. I was going to do something before I record the video, and now I just realized that I didn't do this. So I'm also triple checking that my video's recorded, because I don't want the situation happening yet again where I was recording a video and actually more accurate to say is I thought I was recording a video and it turned out I was not recording a video. No, none of that with you, bucko. I'm gonna clumsiness that guy. Unfortunately, none of my interrupt spells are open enough to stop him from casting Lightning Orb right now. Try to keep an eye out, but sometimes they're stacked together, it makes it even harder to figure out who's casting what. Oh, I was just clicking on one that had it. Oh, perfect, just in time to interrupt that. Hey, dropped a gold hammer. Right now I'm using Mox. Obviously, because I'm level 19, almost 20. I'm just gonna use Mox. Makes my life easier. And I don't have to deal so much with some of the fighter henchman AI. It doesn't make things like so easy. Like that makes, like, I feel like it affects the combat. But basically what it just does is that the fights that I'm gonna win, I win a little bit faster. The fights I'm gonna lose, I still lose them, as you guys saw from the last video with the Riverside province, where I almost wiped a couple of times and it just barely avoided that happening. Let me see. I realized something as we started, is that for this mission, the Sanctum Cay mission, I don't remember what the bonus is, and I haven't checked it yet. I'm gonna drop this item real fast. Allow me to just auto use wand and stuff like that. So Sanctum Cay Guild Wars 1. I can't rely on my memory for any of these missions. I don't remember them well enough. And apparently I can't even trust my memory to, like, when I say literally like 5 minutes before I record the video, okay, I'm gonna record a video in a couple minutes. I'm going to look up Sanctum Cay, and apparently I can't even remember to do that. Apparently, the direction that I was looking at, I was thinking of going, but ended up not going, is actually part of the bonus event, apparently. So basically, if by killing my own explorative spirit, I almost cost us the bonus. Shame, shame, shame. Bottle of grog. By the way, if you want to see what some drunkenness can look in the same, prepare for, I guess I should say, it's just uncomfortable. I can't even see what I'm doing. I guess it's a motion sickness warning or seizure warning, I don't know. But it's not good. Am I even moving? Am I even walking? Am I even alive anymore? Alright. Help the restless spirit find its final. Oh, I did this one recently. Okay, I know how to do it I know how to do the rest of this thing. I actually did this one like a couple months ago because one of the new guildies for Guild Wars 1 I hadn't done any story stuff, so we decided to just do some story, and we helped them with Riverside Province, which is how I remember that one without having to look it up. And we also did this one, though I didn't quite remember what the bonus was to this mission. But now that I saw that one, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. Jesus, I think it's finally starting to go away. I honestly don't understand how people can play like drunken builds when the vision just gets that crazy. It's like, oh, just stab. No, this is not. There's actually no way down for me. This is just a raised platform. Probably not too bad for trying to. Probably like trying to aggro them from a distance and use the high ground to our advantage kind of situation. Especially because I think almost all of these have been melee so far, with the exception of a couple of people. Alright, Reversal Fortune's dead. Gonna cast Clumsiness there. How I'm gonna cast this on the Hellhound, and it should die. Oh, I'm not sure if I remember if I mentioned this in the last video, but I just remembered that I didn't have that. But I just remembered something that I looked up where to find Mesmer elites in Guild Wars 1 Prophecies, and the two that I was looking at, the Energy Surge one that I was initially talking about, I'm not sure if you guys remember. But also the illusionary weapon, which I got inspired to want to do after running the Underworld. Very different places. But after running the Underworld, and I saw some of the mobs using illusionary weapon, I'm like, that could be quite fun. So what I think I'm gonna do is when I get to the desert, I'm gonna multi-class into. I'm gonna multi-class into warrior, I'm thinking, and then like not multi-class, but I mean, change my secondary profession. I say change, but basically what happens is once you ascend, basically, which is basically doing I think it's called Heroes Ascent in Prophecies. I forgot the exact name of it. But once you do that, you gain access, but you gain the ability to freely change your secondary profession, but not between every profession automatically. What you can do is you can pay 1 platinum each to unlock that secondary profession. Then eventually you can have all of them. You can't be, you won't be able to be like a, what's the best term for it? You won't be able to be a. Brain's not working properly right now. You won't be able to be, a mesmer monk warrior, or I can't suddenly become a monk, as my main profession. That can be mesmer warrior, mesmer monk. After I pay that initial 1 platinum, I can swap between them at will, including my starting secondary class. I'm honestly quite happy I picked monk for my secondary profession in terms of this campaign, because the ability to having a res that can res more than once per boss fight, or more than once per mission depending on the difficulty of the mission, has really made it so I've not had to restart these videos too much. For example, like Riverside Province, if I was not a mesmer monk, I would have been forced to restart the mission, and I would have been so sad. Alright, Scepter 4. I'll pick up, and he's gonna die in just a moment. He's just a. What reversal of fortune? No, he just casting reversal of fortune. That's all he was casting. I was trying to be like, okay, cast something with the cast time, so I can actually interrupt him. And he's like, no, I refuse. So rude. Now there's a white mantle here that we have to deal with. I totally should have interrupted that. That's not my brightest decision to let him cast that. Okay, let me just drop item. It seems if I don't wand them, they will not act properly. You, scout, come here. You're not doing a very good job scouting. You came, found us, and instead of yelling to your compatriots that you found some enemies, you're like, how will I go in there all by my lonesome and die, Not brilliant at all. Use white mantle. It's a miracle they have the upper edge in this war. I'm not gonna lie though, I am still surprised about how lower level the henchmen are compared to the enemies and every time. Well, I'm like noticeably above every enemy in terms of, that's focused on me. And look, they have another group. But it's just a bunch of scouts and a knight, so no big searing heat to be too afraid of. I'm gonna pick up the Scepter of War. Get that energy regeneration back. I do love blood is power. No, blood ritual, not blood is power. Blood ritual, I love it. That's the entire reason why I bring the cultist. I don't know if he does anything else useful. But just the mana energy regen. I say mana out of habit, but energy. It's beautiful. I don't even know why I say mana over energy necessarily more often. Because the first MMORPG that I played actively was Guild Wars 1 and they call it energy. Guild Wars 2 doesn't have energy or mana. Though they did reintroduce that with Revenant, but that was in 2015. And only one class. It's like I think it's just that I like when it came to our games I played a crazy amount. My formative years was Warcraft 3. I did not play World of Warcraft because I was a wee child and the idea of paying monthly for something just as abhorrent to me. No, that was not a spell. That was a preparation. Interrupt that deafening roar though. Apparently, I think that's the reason why I had some issues just a moment ago. These guys are rangers. Good to know. Some hellhounds are on patrol, but they didn't aggro to us, which is nice. You know what sucks is if I'm going this route and it's killing all these enemies, then suddenly I find out that it's actually not the way to go. That would just make me sad. Well, oh good, he died right before he cast it. I'm gonna wait here for a moment because our healer looks like she's gonna die, and I look like I'm going to die because we suddenly all have the plague! We got the plague! That's where I have a developed natural immunity after having the plague. The nature's vaccination. Alright, let's go! Charge the enemy! Show no mercy! Henchies, try to go up on dry land though. I don't want you guys killing yourselves for no good flippin' reason. Am I still into poison? Why is my henchies not out of the poison yet? Why am I suddenly dying? I would like to speak to your manager! No troll engine for you. Like, my henchmen for some reason have this annoying habit of trying to murder themselves by standing in places that aren't good for their health and well-being. Unless I don't think in this game you can develop a immunity to poison just by experiencing it a lot. Though it does sound convenient if that's the case. Also, I've seen these guys and I love the way these guys look. I wish they used them more often. Like, I know they have there's giants in Guild Wars too, but they don't look anything, they look like just like tall people. Oh, these giants, they're green, they have horns, they wear armor. Like, these guys look pretty cool. The giants like, we're big human, we're giants, we're not very imaginative compared to the Guild Wars 1, no. I wonder what they based the Guild Wars 1 giant off of. I'm kind of curious. Now I'm kind of curious since they never, you ended up using it out, in Guild Wars 2. Was it like some weird copyright infringement or something? I don't know. Hill giant bracers. Murder them all. But a backfire on him. Perfectly timed as all things should be. There, that imp's dead, and this guy's about to join him. Pick up Deceptor, pick up Mamula, and we're gonna continue on our way. I think this is a pit stop. I don't think the rest of the spirit does anything here, though. I believe it's still a little bit further off for the rest of the spirit. I think this part, like, if I remember correctly, this is where we thought the rest of the spirit originally was going to get dropped off, but then I looked it up and, oh yeah, this is where we meet the Vizier. I think, yeah, that's where the rest of the spirit goes, it's down there. That Marcus. Rest and forget, never forget.
Taken? That also means we're trapped here. That boat was our only way off Sanctum Cay.
Do not lose hope yet, my friend. I can summon from the deep a ship that can carry us from this place. Make for the beach.
Suddenly the audio sounds normal again.
There must be half of the White Mantle army between us and the beach.
Then you will need some help. Do not fear the walking dead. Through the scepter they obey my commands.
Dun 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 dun.
Hurry now. We haven't much time.
Little demon monsters. Okay, that's where the rest of the spirit will go. I remember now. I remember that part. But we basically have to go through the enemies here and then go here. So I remember there being so that's the route we just came in, and this is the route we're gonna go. So we could just wait till Walking Dead, die. But that's probably not the smartest idea. So I'm gonna focus on those dang savants and their penchant for casting powerful magic spells. That's a lot of savants. If I catch one of you casting a spell, you will all die, for I have cry of frustration. They're actually dying faster than I can cast clumsiness. Oh no. I did know that he was casting a res spell. We'll have to keep that in mind. It looks enemies will now start having res spells, which means focusing the healers are now even more important, since they could potentially bring to life their enemies and forcing us to knock them down once again. I don't need this. Some to salvage, just for the materials. Really, I could have sold that I'm lazy. Ah, Savant. Another Savant interrupted. I have stopped them from casting their mightiest spell, Searing Heat. See, is Vizier Caliban just not coming with us? Should we have talked to him? I guess he's got to do the smart thing. He's going to just climb down that small hill and then get to the docks that way instead of following the road. He teleported. That's a waste of magic. There are far too many mantle here for this to be a coincidence. I fear we've been set up. I mean, you were literally the person who said that we have been betrayed. So naturally, that means we've been set up. I don't quite think so. Somebody else resurrected her instead of me. Fourth, I was like, wait a second, I don't have the scepter before. Did I drop it somewhere? I was like, wait, yes, I gave it to the guy. Vizier Kilbrant again. It is as I feared. Counselor Marcus must be the one who set us up. You will not be safe if you try to return to the mainland. It looks like we got two ways, but it looks like the ghosty boys are going this way. And the Savant has cast Searing Heat already. You may be a fellow Mesmer, but it's your time to die. Finished him off. Looks like the backfire either timed out or he has a way to remove it. Either way is not ideal. Trip that shame. Hopefully that, yeah, I guess it just timed out because he didn't. Oh, run! He's gonna kill me. And then like I say run, but then that guy just runs right into it. He doesn't have everything here, I swear. The white mantle savants interrupted, haha! I knew he was going to do that because that's what they always do. See, I can learn too. So according to Vizier Kilbrant, our only chance is to make for the coast of the Crystal Desert. To the dock! But our boat is dead, you might say. But you don't know the power of magic. Before we go to the dock, I want to drop off the rest of the spirits. So we're going to go around the outside. And we're going to go around away from the docks to try and not proc it, because stuff happens after we proc it. I remember from last time. We go straight. What are you doing, you dang savant? Ah, you thought you can cast a spell, but I am a mesmer, and I say nay. That's Sika. Oh, I thought I retargeted the Justicar, but I did not. So we took some. So unfortunately, I wasted 10 energy. That cultist get pretty beat up. I don't think he's died yet, but he's definitely getting chunked down. So this is where we go to the Restless Spirit. See little like charm stuff that we can't read, or at least I can't read. You guys might be able to read it. Is the Spirit actually still with us? Spirit? Where'd he go? Is he still back there? He's still back there, I think. We have to walk back. Other brides said the way's gonna be open for him. If nothing else. Damn it. Alright. Well, time to go the long way. All the way back that way we went. To try to avoid the docks again, though, because we do not want to proc the next story cutscene, because I don't want to redo the mission. We'll just gotta go nice and slow, careful. So moments like these where I wish part of me's like, maybe I should make Mox a Paragon so he could cast Fall Back every so often so he can actually move with a reasonable speed. You know, I gave Mox this build, but I don't remember if this is a hero build or if it's one of my old Dervish builds. Because, I mean, it's a pretty nice one. It's he has Winning Strike for Bleed, and if he has a Dervish enchantment like Balthazar's Rage or Zealous Renewal, then he suffers from Deep Wound, so it's a very good source of Deep Wound. He has some self-healing and unblockable attacks, which is really nice for a frontline fighter. He has Radiant Scythe, which is basically for you get additional 1 point damage for each point of energy you have, and you gain 6 energy, so good for energy management. I think this is definitely a hero build, because I don't think I'd run this on one of my characters. I've run Winning Strike, but I've not run this exact combination with Winning Strike. I've run Moon Sweep, but I've not run Radiant Scythe. At least I don't think so. Zealous Renewal, all nearby foes take 25%. 25 holy damage percent. And for 21 seconds, you have -1 energy and gain 1 energy whenever you hit a foe, which is very good for a Dervish. And if it ends prematurely, basically within that before that 21 seconds is up, which is quite likely to happen, you gain 4 energy. And Balthazar's Rage, all nearby foes are set on fire for 3 seconds, and for 20 seconds afterwards, this enchantment does nothing. When the enchantment ends, you gain 2 strikes of adrenaline if any foes are hit. Within earshot. Not hit, within earshot. And then Heart of Holy Flame, the last flash enchantment spell. All nearby foes take 25 holy damage. For 30 seconds afterwards, your attacks deal holy damage. When the enchantment ends, all nearby foes are set on fire for 4 seconds. I do like the burning aspect. And then stance, Heart of Fury. Heart of Fury is a stance. It basically increases attack speed by 25%. Yep, the Restless Spirit. I forgot to talk to him. Alright, Restless Spirit. My spirit has been restless, but the Vizier has enabled me to rest. Please take me to the grave of my family so I can finally find peace. Let's go then, Mr. Restless Spirit. And of course, Death Charge is a basic spell allows him to Shadow Step to a foe, and he gains 92 health if the foe target has more health than he does. Which I probably won't encounter too much until higher level areas, since he's level 20 and most enemies are 18, 19, with the bosses being 21 right now. And basically, Mox is a Dervish. Probably most of you played Eye of the North. I mean, Guild Wars 1 who's watching this. But Dervish is from the Nightfall expansion or Nightfall campaign. Because I was actually reading a wiki about like the cancelled expansion / campaign, where basically there's actually differential factions, and Nightfall are campaign releases, but Eye of the North is separate, classified as an expansion release. And apparently there's going to be a release of a campaign up before Eye of the North eventually was released, on top of which is separate, I believe, than the expansion that was canceled right after Eye of the North. Although I'm not 100%, I could be confusing the two. But Dervish is from Nightfall, and then the assassin here is secondary profession, where he gets Death Charge, is from factions. Well, what we will be doing is for this campaign, for this playthrough is, this guy's gonna go through Prophecies, and then if there's any following at that by the time this is done, maybe I'll ask you guys what you guys want me to do. I'm thinking of either going to Eye of the North directly, or taking this or maybe I'm thinking maybe once all my henchmen get to level 20, I'm gonna dip my toes into Eye of the North, and then come back out just to get some henchmen, some heroes that they have there to make my life infinitely easier. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the spirit to catch up. Don't want to go too far ahead and cause some problems for myself. And then if we follow the factions route as the next campaign, I would then do Nightfall. I'd probably do Nightfall afterwards, as the campaign to do. Basically, doing what I'm doing with this Prophecies one. And what I'd probably do is for the factions campaign, I'd start with that new character, which is going to be a ritualist. And basically, I'll have that ritualist follow one path. For example, there's some missions where basically it's local and foreign mission, and then they like congregate again. And then they congregate again, and then they'll split off again, going Luxon and Kurzik, and then they'll meet up again. So what I'm probably going to do when that happens is I'm thinking of making the Mesmer. At that point, it's going to be a decision about which characters are going to be, which characters I'm going to be following side quests. I don't know if there's any. I don't think there's any side quest that differentiates, foreign characters and local characters after Shinjei Monastery, after the Noob Island, or Shinjei Island, as it's called in game. So it might be a situation where it's kind of the ritualist is like, this Mesmer, I'm feeling is kind of almost like the main character I kind of want to follow, because, fear my games, and the ritualist, but, part of me is like, I like that idea for the fact that fear my games, but also part of me is like, it would be that ritualist campaign, so it'd be kind of weird to not do the side quests as that character, I might just be me. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with that one. But either way, my Mesmer, I'm going to be going into it with him as well. And then, after that one's going to be Nightfall, and I'm going to make a Paragon. Oh, there's the bonus. I'm going to be making a Paragon character as well. I'm going to make a Paragon for that one, Nightfall. Nightfall has another situation where they kind of diverge a bit and then meet up again. So that one, again, I'd bring my Mesmer. Unless I really fall in love with ritualists, I plan to bring my my Mesmer. I'm glad I waited. Defend the Vizier while he summons the ship for your escape. Get on the boat when he is done. So basically, it's going to be waves of enemies coming from both directions that we must brutally murderize, showing no mercy. No mercy for the wicked. This was one of those things where you may block, but you will die all the same, mortal. But we have to be we do have to be kind of careful, but not going too far beyond this little dock area here, because we could accidentally go too far and cause some problems where an enemy patrol wave comes to the other side. If I go factions, then factions, then Nightfall, then after Nightfall, I'd finally do I the North. And at that point, what I'd probably do is, unless is probably down, is that one, I would probably stick with my Mesmer. Unless, again, I fall in love with Ritualist or Paragon. But one of the reasons why I am playing a Ritualist and Paragon is because originally I did not really get into them very much, so they're the characters I didn't mind deleting. I forgot that I had homework I was supposed to do before Guild one night tomorrow. Basically what just came to my mind right now is that I basically said, okay guys, thanks for getting this character level 20, but I didn't realize that to do the underworld and endgame missions and stuff like that, I had to get to the I had to do the close to the stars section missions and stuff like that. And so if I want to bring my monk tomorrow, I need to get that done tonight. I could probably technically do it tomorrow afternoon, because I don't have anything planned tomorrow afternoon, and I probably won't be able to record a video either. So it's like, maybe I'll do that. We'll see. We're in a situation, you can see now, we're kind of being attacked on two sides. Oops, I accidentally cast the wrong spell there. Which costing me not to be able to actually interrupt that spell, which means our healer is going to be stupid and standing fire. Literal fire, might I add. Or at least literal magic fire. Nice job finishing off, Mox. Now the Seeker's been left alive a little bit longer than he should have been, but he's good. Hey, there's a boat! He fixed the boat. No, wait, no, that's a new boat. The broken boat's right there. Never mind, never mind. But wait, my gold? Wait, get my gold? We can get on the boat after I get my money? Go, 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 get on the boat. No, main character guy, we have to go around. On the boat. No, I'm going. Don't worry, character, make no more entries, we're good. Time to escape. I like how that white man is like, let me on! I'm coming with you! See, is that knight? Is the knight still there? No, he's not here anymore. That would have been kind of funny if he was just there randomly on the boat, just attacking them as they're just posing. I find that so funny. Now the voice is getting weird again. I wonder if it's something to do with my helmet. Because my helmet, like, I only hear out of one ear a lot of the time.
By now, those who are not already dead are fleeing into the Shiver Peaks.
Then we go to the Shiver Peaks.
A noble gesture, but throwing your lives away against a foe who you cannot beat will not help your friends.
Then the White Mantle have won. All is lost.
Do not be so sure. There is still a way to beat the White Mantle. Venture to the Crystal Desert and ascend. Only then will you be powerful enough to take on the rest of the White Mantle and their unseen gods.
What must we do?
Find the prophet and claim the gift of true sight.
That's how we change secondary professions, by the way.
That's right. You are all chosen. And now you must venture through the desert. Prove yourselves worthy and claim your birthright. Then you will take this fight to them. Prepare yourselves. The trials of Ascension await.
You. I've earned 1,000 experience and 1 skill point. Alright, and now we've lost. Let's see, that is basically, I think, going to be the essential end of the episode, but let's look around our new surroundings. We're in the Crystal Desert, in the Amnoon Oasis. Eventually, 200 and probably, like, not probably 60 odd years, the people of Tyria will come here and find a, like, well, I mean, it claims to be a city, but honestly, for being entirely honest, it's more like a small, it's like a town with some fancy pyramids and stuff like that. One of the problems with scaling in Guild Wars 2, it's supposed to be a city, but it's very small, even by medieval city standards. So basically, it does look like we're, if not right now at least, soon we're gonna have access to the next level of armor somewhere in this town. We have a new skill merchant, so we can buy some skills if I wanted to. But let's see, let's see, you can play against physical damage, but I lose 24 against elemental. That doesn't sound good to me. I don't sure about me. Mantra of signets, you have +3. That's not too bad, but I don't think I'm using a lot of signets though. Any illusion magic you cast last. Remember that my brain was like, wait, it takes 10% longer to cast? Why would I want that? Then I realized it lasts a little bit longer. That makes a bit more sense. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pick any of the skills, at least right now. Well, there's some interesting ones. For example, like the sympathetic visage just seems like it could be a pretty good one to make use of. Shame's a pretty nice one for basically interrupting spells and taking energy. Honestly, I might get Shame and add it to my bar, since I see that effect, because it'd be quite nice. Start by any of your non-hex measures because foes one energy and foes mad energy drops to 0. This is not a bad one either. Though I don't really use many non-mesmer skills, so I won't worry about that right now. Though I could use it later. We'll see. And this is a signet. Target foe and all number lose 7 for weakness. That's not a bad one either. But I'm not going to pick it up immediately just yet, because I'm not sure if I'll actually use it. Okay, skill becomes the non-form elite skill from target of their ally. Okay. Not too bad skills. There's some quests around here, it looks like, that we could pick up next episode. I'm trying to see, it looks like there's everything needed for an armor smith, but I'm actually trying to find said armor smith. It does look like all these henchmen are still here, but they're just now level 17 instead of level... Oh, he does actually have a quest. And he also has some lore information. I for the life of me, I'm not sure where this armor guy is. There's a Zoonline storage. I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is not a armor merchant yet here. We just have those collectors, and randomly we have some rune traders. There's another Zoonline chest right there. Why is there so many? Material trader. Like, oh, there's the armor guy. I walked right past him at the start. Okay. So we can unlock the final tier of armor. So this is... No, wait. That's not the final tier. It's just one tier up. I feel lied to. Apparently the collectors have the maximum for Mesmer, but we're not quite there yet. So far we've tried... I think we've tried every single armor so far. Right now we're wearing the Enchanter attire. Before that we were wearing the Courtly attire. And then I think before that was the Stylish attire. And then I don't remember if I did the Performer attire or the Rogue attire. I think it might have been the Rogue or the Performer. I don't remember. But we'll pick up one. I'll pick up one of these and we'll all equip them and stuff of that nature. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, press the like button down below. Rumble if you're on Rumble. Subscribe to see more of my content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.